Welcome to another segment with the therapist. I'm Gift Edits, and you are watching The Therapist Magic. Today, I have someone that is so special, and you'll be seeing her always in this program. And she is
Bella Treats, and thank you for having me again.
Thank you. The Therapist Magic is a place to be. Welcome to the show once again. Today, we'll be discussing on spouse feelings. Who is a spouse? A spouse can either be a man, a woman, that they are staying together, that they are married. Feelings is your total you, how you feel inside of you. That's what you are going to give out. If you are feeling positively, you are going to give out positive vibes. And if you're feeling negative, everything around is going to be negative. So that's what we are going to discuss. How is the spouse seeing the feelings of his own spouse or a spouse when things are happening? How do you tackle issues? So that's what we are going to discuss. I would like to ask you, we are talking about spouse feelings. What will you say about that? What will you say about spouse feelings?
Well, spouse feeling is very important because it might determine where the relationship heads, where it ends, whether it ends now or it lasts longer. That's just it.
That's just it. So your feelings is going to determine,
Yes, all the way.
okay, your way forward in your relationship. Now, as spouse feelings that we are talking about here, if there are issues between both of you as a person and you are trying to establish a good conversation to know so that you can be able to iron out that issues and your spouse is not giving you attention, what will you do? How will you feel?
Of course, it won't be nice. It could cause emotional meltdown, depression. You can even turn suicidal. It gets that serious. It makes you, if kids are involved, you become that horrible mom or horrible dad. It can lead to those things, but there are still ways to work around this for the betterment of the relationship. Yes.
Okay, but if you are trying to put this in place to establish the conversation and the person is not, your spouse is not responding to you, will there still be a free flow in the family?
Of course, that's not possible. It's not possible at all.
So, what do you need to do?
Okay. In that case, I believe when the relationship first started, there were discussions that went on.
Yeah.
And after being in a relationship for a while, you should get to know what this person's like.
Okay.
And their dislike per se.
Okay.
So considering that as a factor, you could also indulge them in one of their likes.
Okay.
That way it helps the person let down their guard.
Okay.
And you can pass your message through effectively.
Okay.
That's it.
So now, if you are laying down, maybe you know the person likes and dislikes, maybe someone that likes watching football, going to sightseeing, and you are just trying to bring those things so that you can get the person attention, so that you can air out what is inside of you.
Yeah.
And the person is not giving you that attention. He doesn't want to talk. And you know that something is wrong. So what will you do? How will you handle the situation? Because these are your feelings that we are talking about.
Of course, of course. So there are, okay, I'll give us some instances. You could use a family member
Okay.
that both of you hold in very high esteem.
Okay.
And if this person is also discreet. But if your spouse is someone who doesn't like to discuss family issues with family member, because it's family members, then you can use a counselor outside. A counselor, okay, if that is still an issue. Come on, technology today, it's beautiful. It has made counseling virtual. In fact, you don't need to talk to a human being. You don't need to talk to a human being per se, or you don't even need to talk to someone in the same country with you. It's that beautiful. You don't need to talk to someone in the same country with you. There are apps online, counseling apps online, that you can just go, both of you will talk. This app actually puts up an assimilation where both of you can talk and express yourself in a healthy way. So these things should also be put into consideration and play out nice, I'm sure.
Okay, but that's a very nice one, I must confess. But, I don't think that is a one-way thing. I believe when
course.
you are trying to settle or to know, it requires the other person's attention.
Of course.
And the person is not, you cannot work on yourself alone and the other person is not being worked on.
Yeah.
Because you can achieve the objective
Yes.
of on how to settle the issues, to know your feelings.
Yes.
You know that, yeah. So that's to say that things have to still be pending. Things have to be pending because you've not settled it.
Yes, perhaps it may be pending, but there's a tick off the bucket list. If you work on it, even if the other person is not working, you've ticked something off the bucket list.
Okay, so that's
it's one issue short now.
Okay, so on your own part, you are being eased. The problem is eased at your own part. Despite that your spouse is not talking to you, you can't sort it out. Okay, now, how will you feel? Now, remember, this thing is just still there. You understand? You said that is a one-side thing now because you are being eased. And your spouse, maybe because of little issues, he or she start calling you names. What do you think will be the outcome? How will you feel?
Oh, that is one horrible part. One horrible part. And I think the one thing that makes people get to that point is if it still boils back down to their background. And if I'm talking about background now, and kids are involved in this case, remember, you are only replicating yourself. Another version of yourself, a better version of yourself. So, you need to take one or two steps back. And come to think of it, you call this person your better half. So if your better half is stupid, is mad, is good for nothing, how much more you? How much more you? That means your better half is all this. What about you? Exactly. So abuses are no. They've never solved an issue before and it's not going to start now.
Yes,
so
it
it's
counts.
something that should be shot way out.
It should not come in.
It shouldn't come in.
Yeah,
Yes,
it shouldn't come in. Shouldn't come in. Viewers, there you have it. You've heard what she have said to us. We shouldn't allow such things. Some persons out there, they are very good at that, calling your spouse a name. You are stupid, you are this, you are that, and so on. You don't need to do that. No matter the anger, no matter the offenses, you don't need to get to the point. Yeah. You understand? Because it will destroy a lot of things. It can build. You are trying to sort out things, and at the same time, you are calling the spouse a name. You can build good things out of that. And our feelings matters a lot. Please, let's try to know how we feel, how your spouse is feeling, and how you are feeling. When things are happening, things are not going right, please try to talk it out. It is very, very important. Conversation is very, very essential in any relationship, in any spouse feelings, because when there is conversation, you'll be able to know how your spouse is feeling. Your feelings is your total you. Your feelings is your relationship. Your feelings is your family. Everything, name them. If it's positive, you are going to see positive vibes. If it's negative, everything is going to be negativity. So please don't let it happen. So build your spouse feelings so strong that you can be able to stand together and work together and do things together. So that's what I have for someone that is watching The Therapist Magic. If you do love this video, I'd love you to give it a like and also comment and share and also encourage someone out there. Remember, life is not just you alone. You need to carry people along. A lot of persons are passing through the same kind of challenges. So you can do the same thing to help one another. Please, if you have not subscribed, I would love you to subscribe to The Therapist Magic. The Therapist Magic is a place to be. Always turn on the notification button. Whenever we come up with new videos, you'll be the first to be notified. Till I come your way with another interesting topic, I still remain your host. I'm Gifted, and she is
Bellatrix.
See you on the next clip.